All right, so now we are ready to experiment with plucking and with bowing some of our open strings. Okay, so again, I have my violin out and I have it very carefully resting in my lap into me. And I have my bow because off to the side because we will be using that as well. All right, so when you go from rest position to playing position, all right? So a couple things are gonna happen. This left hand is going to stay glued on the violin the whole entire time. Your right hand is gonna help move your violin up and onto your shoulder. Okay, so this hand, my left hand, glued to the violin. Make sure you know what one is right and left. Your left hand is glued to the violin. Okay, your right hand's gonna help bring your violin up and on your shoulder. Okay, it's not like this. It's not like this on your shoulder. Okay, so from here, your violin is off to the side. See, I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at you, but my violin is pointed off to the side. It's pointed off to the left side. That's how it's supposed to be. Do not come in. Okay, it should be off to the side. You notice that there's a gap. There's a space between my arm and my side. I do not have my arm and my side connected together, right? No, I don't, because then this is barely even touching me, right? So there has to be a gap between your side and your arm right here. Now, when I'm going to play, that means that I have to bring my chin up and over to rest on the chin rest. Okay, so for right now, I don't care if you keep your hand resting here. Eventually, it needs to come all the way out to the back of the neck of the violin, okay? For right now, I don't care if you feel more comfortable doing, holding it right here, but this is your playing position, okay? So again, one more time, going down into rest position. This hand never moves. Right hand's gonna come up onto my left shoulder. I'm gonna adjust my chin over. This hand stayed there the whole time. Okay, so if I'm gonna pluck in my right hand, that's now free, not on the instrument, I'm gonna make an L. The thumb goes on the edge of the fingerboard right here, and I use the inside part of this finger to pluck the strings. You'll notice, again, nothing can be closed. A lot of people wanna go like this, but you can't. You gotta open up. So again, remember this space between your arm and your side, and there's also a space on this one too, okay? So if I'm on a lower string, again, your strings are G, D, A, E. See, this arm goes up and down. Very important. Okay, so you see that this range of motion, we want that in our bow or our plucking hand. Okay, so if your hand stays there, great, fine. If you want to challenge yourself and bring your hand all the way out here, your wrist has to stay straight. That is bent, okay? That is bent. Your wrist should stay straight. To start preparing yourself to put your fingers down, and then you just pluck around, okay? Now, that is if you are going to pluck and start plucking with the open strings. Some of you guys, we won't spend too much time on the plucking because a lot, as I said in a previous video, 80% of our sound on the violin comes from the bow. So a lot of what we do, we're gonna kind of go a little quick through the plucking just so that we can get practicing with our bow, okay? So remember, I went over our perfect bow hold in the last video, but you can go ahead and grab your bow. Make sure that the 3 fingers are curled, pinky curled on top, and your thumb is curled on the bottom. Okay, so make sure that all those things are there, and you're going to place the bow. Okay, so we're in our perfect position. There's a space between here. My wrist is straight. It is not in front of me. It's off to the side on my shoulder. And I'm going to place the bow, I don't know, just take the D string. Most of the beginning is the D string. So you take the D string, place the bow on the D string, and you're going to try to keep your bow as straight as possible, and you're just gonna pull the bow all the way down. and then all the way up. Go slow. Down. Up. Okay, it's very, very hard to hit only one string for the entire length of the bow. Okay, it's also very hard to keep your bow in one spot. So if you are playing and your bow's going all over the place, okay, that means that your arm is like this. It's like a saw. But you need, this arm needs, your arm needs to bend, okay? Not like this. Your elbow, right here at the elbow. You can kind of practice that by putting a finger here, close and open, close and open. That's gonna help you stay in one line. Okay, so go ahead and practice these long bows. We also want to use as much of our bow as we can right now. So you want it to sound smooth and connected when you're playing. You're gonna have to kind of figure out, if it doesn't sound the same, why doesn't it sound the same, okay? If you are pressing too hard with your bow, if you're pressing too hard and not going fast enough, it's gonna crunch. Okay, you don't really want that crunching sound. So you're gonna be like, okay, well maybe I need to press less. But if you don't press enough, you can barely hear it, and it's very kind of squeaky almost. So it's very, very, you just gotta figure it out. It's a lot of trial and error. You have to see, okay, well, is it too crunchy? Am I going too slow? Am I pressing too hard? So also if you go too fast, it might not give you the best sound either. So you really have to kind of test it out and kind of see what works. But the most important thing is that your bow is staying in between the bridge and the fingerboard, okay? If you go up here, first of all, the strings get closer together, so you're gonna hit another string. And it's also, that's not gonna give you a good sound, okay? So you want to stay here. If you play on top of or on this side, it's gonna squeak and be really scratchy, sound like a dying cat. All right, you don't want no dying cats, so you really have to keep your bow in between the bridge and the fingerboard. That's gonna give you the best sound, and we will spend a lot of time working on that, okay? A lot of time working on that. But so the most important things, a lot of the times when people have trouble with it, it's because they're too stiff. You want to be super relaxed. Again, if you're struggling, you can put your finger, a finger or two in between your elbow and come in and out. Your wrist also has to move, that flexible, relaxed. I'm gonna make it look a lot easier than it is. It took me a long time to figure it out, so it's gonna take you a long time to figure it out. But the more relaxed and flexible you can be, the easier it will be for you. Happy practicing, and I'll see you on the next time.